My name's Leah, I'm 28, and I never imagined I'd be sitting in an empty apartment, trying to piece together how everything fell apart. All because of one sentence, one thoughtless, heat-of-the-moment sentence that I can't take back. I've been playing it on a loop in my mind, over and over, trying to understand how things spiraled so quickly. It began like any normal day. I was curled up on the couch, aimlessly scrolling through social media, when Luke came home from work. The moment he walked in, I saw it on his face, exhaustion, the kind that goes deeper than just being tired. He looked like he was carrying the weight of everything. That's how he often came home, worn thin from another long day in finance. I've always respected his drive, how much he puts into his work. But recently, something between us had shifted. It wasn't loud or obvious. Just little things. The conversations that didn't last as long. The laughter that didn't come as easily. The way his gaze lingered on me, like he was searching for someone he wasn't sure was still there. I noticed it. I just didn't say anything. I kept telling myself it would pass. He stepped through the door, his shoes slipping off with that familiar sigh I used to love, the sound of him finally letting the day go. His tie hung loose, and he had his briefcase in hand. He looked drained. "Hey," he said softly, forcing a small smile. "What's for dinner?" I barely glanced up. "I don't know. Maybe later." I wasn't in the mood to cook today. I thought he'd crack a joke or suggest ordering in. But he didn't. He just looked at me and then said, not unkindly but with an edge, "You've been home all day, Leah." That's when something flared inside me. It wasn't the words, really, it was the way he said them. There was this quiet tension in his voice, something tired and disappointed, and I felt myself go on the defensive. Before I could stop it, the words were out. "Oh, so staying home all day is easy now." I snapped. My voice came out sharper than I'd intended. Luke didn't yell. He never did, even when he was upset. He just stood there, expression unreadable, and said calmly, "I'm not expecting anything fancy, Leah. Just something simple." It was such a small thing. So small. But pride got the better of me. My heart was pounding, and I couldn't hold back. I looked him straight in the eye and said, "Maybe if you earned as much as Adam, I'd feel more inspired to cook." Adam. My ex. The one shadow I'd never completely gotten rid of. The one with the money, the success, the lifestyle Luke could never match. I didn't mean it, not really. But in that moment, I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to win the argument. The silence that followed was thick. Luke didn't react, not visibly. His face went blank, but his eyes said everything. He looked at me like I'd crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. Like something inside him had shifted. Then he said quietly, "Wow." No shouting. No slamming doors. Just that one word. And then he turned and walked upstairs, each step deliberate, like he was choosing to leave something behind with every stride. I thought he just needed to cool off, maybe take a nap, and wake up less upset. But as the quiet stretched on and I didn't hear any movement from upstairs, that familiar knot in my stomach pulled tighter. After about half an hour, I went to check on him. I don't know what I expected to find, but it wasn't what I walked into. Luke was standing in our bedroom, folding his clothes into a suitcase. "You're not actually leaving," I said, my voice trembling. I tried to laugh it off, but the sound that came out didn't feel right. Thin and shaky, a poor attempt to cover up the rising panic. He didn't respond, just kept folding, slow and careful, like every crease mattered more than the conversation we weren't having. "I don't want to do this anymore, Leah," he said, not even looking at me. His voice was flat, lifeless. "Over one comment?" I asked, stunned. My brain couldn't catch up. I didn't get it. "Luke, come on. We can talk. Please." He stopped, finally turned, and looked at me. His eyes weren't angry. They were tired. Empty. "It's not just one comment," he said. "It's years. Years of feeling like I'm not enough for you." And that's when the truth hit me like a punch to the chest. This wasn't about last night's argument or something I said in the heat of the moment. This was the result of every careless comparison I ever made. Every time I'd measured him against someone else, even if I never said it aloud. even if it was just in my head. All those little dismissive comments, the subtle digs, the way I made him feel like he was falling short, even when he was giving everything. I never saw the damage. I never let myself see how much it hurt him. I begged him not to go. Told him I didn't mean it, that I was angry, that I was sorry. But it didn't matter. He'd made up his mind. He walked to the door with his suitcase, not once glancing back. I loved you, Leah, he said. I really did. But I can't keep pretending to be someone I'm not, just to be enough for you. Especially not when I feel like I'm always being compared to him. And then he was gone. The door closed gently behind him, but it might as well have slammed. The house suddenly felt massive, empty in a way that had nothing to do with space. I stood frozen, staring at where he'd been just minutes before. I didn't reach out right away. I told myself he needed time, that this was just like other fights. People argue, take some space, and then work things out. That's what I wanted to believe. But a day passed, then another, then 3. And every hour without a word from him made the silence feel heavier. It wasn't like before. This time felt final. I sent him a voice message, desperate for something, his voice, a reply, anything. Luke, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to compare you to Adam. I was angry and stupid. He may have had money, but he never saw me the way you did. You always saw me. Please, just come home. 2 days went by before he responded. Just one sentence. Stop comparing me to your past. I'm not here to compete with your mistakes. I broke down. Not because he misunderstood, but because, for the first time, I understood him. Luke wasn't angry. He was hurt. Hurt that after everything we'd shared, he still felt like second best in my heart. It's been a week now. He hasn't come back. A mutual friend mentioned he's staying at his brother's. No affair. No drama. Just distance. And honestly, that's what makes it harder. It means he's serious. It means he's thinking. It means I might not get to fix this. I miss him. All of him. Not just the jokes or the little habits, but the way he held me together when I was falling apart. The way he stayed when it got hard, even when I didn't make it easy. And I hate that I only saw all of it clearly once he left. If you've ever let your ego speak louder than your love, if you've ever said something reckless in anger, don't wait. Don't assume they'll always come back. Don't believe silence means forgiveness. Because sometimes I didn't mean it just isn't enough. And I'm learning that the hard way.